Hello. We have a Halloween classic for you today.
A shave soap from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a Halloween morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
What? On Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Especially leading up to Halloween.
Yeah, we're
welcome. Come on in. We're so excited to have you. So, as our mention today, I wanted to talk about a product from Phoenix Shaving, since it's a Phoenix Shaving episode, that I like a lot. Their splashes are, of course, legendary. Beautiful ingredients, perfect intensity. But if you also kind of wanted the sensation of a little bit of a balm afterward, if it was a little bit of a rough shave, they make this lovely stuff. This is called their Mysterium Serum, and it functions beautifully as an unscented balm, and I like to put it over the top of my splashes. Yeah. So I think in 60 episodes, we've only mentioned this once, I think. So I want to give this a little bit more love. It is worth
giving it a little,
because I use it all the time. Have you ever used this on your legs?
I have too. I definitely have. Again, if I've had a little rougher shave or I was rushing on my shave and I was like, ooh, I probably need to give it some love. I will reach for that if I want something unscented, and then I can put the splashes on or something after.
Or if it's a particularly dry day here in the Bay, I might throw some of this on. So we like this stuff a lot too, and it lets us. Also, there's a little bit of a debate going on as far as whether it's aftershave first and then balm, or balm first then aftershave. So we're on the aftershave first and then balm camp because get the nice burn of the alcohol out of the way and have it condition your face and then balm it. But who knows?
Yeah, you can do you. It's all good.
You will not get a ticket here from the Barbershop Duet if you do it the other way around. So in fact, if you do it the other way around, tell us in the comments. We'll try it as well.
Curious.
So we're still newbies around here to a large extent.
We really are.
And today I'm so excited. What do you know about this one?
I actually know nothing about this one, but I know it has been spoken about in our little chats of us asking which ones to do. This was another one that people were like, make sure to check this out.
Right. There are certain scary movies Sarah likes, and there are certain types of scary movies that Sarah can't really do. So I do those on my own on Halloween season because I like them all.
He likes them.
Yeah, I used to work in a funeral home for 20 years, so I watch The Shining to relax.
It's true.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
True.
It is very true. So let's meet this soap. The winds begin to pick up in all directions, leaves whirling and spiraling up the invisible columns of a banshee's temple. Clouds roll in. But those are not clouds.
People run out from the orchard and the neighboring pumpkin patch. Screams of children escape from the corn maze across the street.
Then, a flash of white light comes across the sky. Life in wholesome technicolor resumes, and the memory of what just was is wiped. The artist finds himself under the overhang of the cider mill. Tubes of paints, capped and uncapped, spilling from his pockets. Easel under arm, nonplussed and damp.
So it grows. You have just witnessed what has become a regular, irregular event in these parts, dare I say paranormal. You have just witnessed Ciderhouse 5.
Well, I'm done. I smell better just reading that. That's
For
great.
Sure.
Boy, when they go Halloween, they go
what have
hard.
you stepped
I am
into?
here for it, y'all. That was fabulous. Wow. And there's a few more things up at the very top. Let's catch the beginning of this. For those who don't recall, Ciderhouse 5 was our take on a traditional New England cider mill that had some interdimensional complications. A real crowd pleaser and custom favorite for sure. And general ominous stuff. This is our first apple. Am I out of my mind? Or have we not done an apple one yet?
I think I just thought we did because I've read so many that I wanted to do, but I don't think we actually recorded
one yet. I was wondering, is that apple end up being peach? I am so excited because I love apple, and this is our very first apple.
Oh, you know what? We got a country apple bar soap. That's why.
That's what it was.
That's why we thought. But no, we have not done a shave soap.
No. And you know why I'm excited about this? A couple hours from where we're sitting right here is something called Apple Hill.
True.
And it's where my grandparents, for some godforsaken reason, would have to go every fall. True. And every time they visited us, it was like 2 hours to us and then 2 hours back to Apple Hill. But anyway, it was insane, y'all. It is this whole little town that is just devoted to fall and apples. There is not an apple to be had in any other season. This is a fall town. And there are cider mills all over the place because the first thing they hand out when you walk up to a new orchard is they give you a little sample of their cider. So I am
This is- yes.
particularly happy and
Ooh.
nostalgic about a Ciderhouse. But
Completely
I
a
wonder,
fall thing.
Yeah.
Like just, yeah.
But I wonder what else is in this, because it
Clearly it's
isn't
twisted.
just fall. There's going to be some other
Some
things.
ominous stuff it says.
Yeah.
Is it time to read it?
Let's open the box. Is it time?
Is it time to open that box?
There's no better time. So the sets from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements are legendary. They come in a box about this size. We had to open it to make sure we knew which one it was, because we have a lot of PAA fall stuff arriving. And this was a gift from Douglas and Fran from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for free for us to review, and we are so excited.
We definitely wanted this one, so I was kind of excited when they were like, nope, you need to make sure you have this.
They just reached out and sent it to us. We're so excited. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Oh, look at that label. That is ominous. There's
Now,
like a scary dude in the top.
yes, I love this. Now, you can still buy the stickers for Ciderhouse 5 that have the girl that looks like the psycho shower scene a little bit. I like that. I'm going to get one of those
might have
stickers.
to get one of those.
But this might be even
When
better.
they said it, was it smoke or not? Like when you look at that,
Right.
yeah.
And I know there's a movie called Slaughterhouse 5. I wonder if this is a
Right.
little take on that, but it almost looks like the guy from Saw.
Clearly creepy, no matter what way you go. Okay, so that's
I'm a
that.
little scared looking at
And
that.
then- and then you can unwrap this bad boy.
the foamy paper. I love me some foamy paper. If you have never read the back of your Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements aftershave, I would encourage it, because it really tells a story and it really helps you appreciate what you're holding.
It does.
Because these are special. They are aged for months and in a couple cases over a year. And a little
Oh, look at that color. We had just opened the Atomic Pumpkin. That does look like some
This
fire.
is even redder than Atomic Pumpkin. I love this season in this community. This is so cool. There's the same label. Let's do Perfect Friends.
Oh, yes, ready?
Oh, I'm more than excited to open this one. Let's have a first impression.
Okay, so I think because Apple is so close to your soul, you might have to be the one to open this one first.
Also, I think there's a group of monks up in the mountains that sing a folk song about this soap. So I have been dreaming about it since long before it was announced, y'all. I have heard about this.
Because we'll see people's shave of the days and we're like, what is that one?
All
When does
the
it come out?
time. This is a shave of the day classic, y'all. Okay, ready?
Yep.
You sure it's gonna be me?
We don't know what to expect. We did not read any sample files.
Yeah,
We're just
I don't know.
Going
I
in
just
blind,
know
y'all.
Apple Ciderhouse and
Just-
fall
that's our only
and
clue.
Halloween scary. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's see. Is it apple-y? I think you might like it.
Oh, y'all! Y'all! Okay.
Second whiff. Gotta.
It's always this moment on the show, I feel, when you can kind of subtly gauge my meter on how excited I am about this soap. Oh, Sarah,
Yeah?
this might be an F word episode.
Is this one
This
on
might
the
be
Marcus
something
list?
where I have to say the F word. This might be one of my favorites, y'all.
I forgot how much apple is your jam, so this makes way more
And
sense.
it's what they did to it. This
Okay.
is not going to punch it in the face with an apple.
Okay.
This is going to do something
It is
different.
meant to be more fall, so I'm curious. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Did you see her go in deeper? Did you see her go in for the deeper whiff? She went right to the deep end, y'all.
I am literally at, like, what you were saying. That I'm at an apple picking orchard. I can smell the wood everywhere. I can smell, like, the core of the apple, the real apple, the skin of the apple, like, the crisp
Right.
apple.
Like,
There's
I
a
didn't
lot.
expect this to smell like Apple Hill, Douglas. I didn't expect this to
Yeah,
be.
there's almost earth.
Wow, to take me back to those experiences, because those two have been gone for 15 years.
But you can smell the layers of it. It's not just, it's a real apple.
This is not a linear kind of scent where you just smell one thing. This is an adventure.
I truly
love
almost
it.
eat an apple a day, so it does.
Oh, yeah, she does.
It does really, like, connect.
Oh. And I'm a fan of the slightly stronger scent intensities. I'm getting it from here, y'all. I don't need to put my nose all the way in there. like she did.
It's not a predictable apple. Does that make sense?
No, get that out of
It
your
is
head.
for sure a real apple. I just
Right.
sliced through the
Right.
core. It's there.
So,
But-
do you know what just hit me? How come there are 500 kinds of apple, but when we
True.
think apple smell, we only think one kind?
Or like the Jolly
What?
Rancher apple candy. You're
Right?
like,
Or like the scratch and
what?
sniff sticker. I'm an apple. Get that so far out of your head, it's in Canada, where the cold weather comes from. This is like some kind of magical, like pinkish apple.
Well, but it's like what they make the cider out of.
If there was a blood apple, this might be it. Oh, what do you get?
So I've also made apples in like the dehydrator.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And there's something about that smell.
Yes, like it's just a super real apple smell. And you know, hold on, there's something else. Hold on.
I mean, yes, there's definitely apple, but there is something else. There's like even earth somehow. Like I'm outside wherever that is. There's
and I smell the cider, but there's something else in here that takes me to that super personal experience at Apple Hill.
But and you know, like when you're at, I mean, at least the times I've gone, they do make their apple cider and they heat it. It's almost like that, like a hot apple cider smell with like cinnamon added or something else that they put in.
Right.
There's something about that
and even
cozy,
just the humidity from the cider itself.
Yeah, there's something, you know, like what they've done to the apple is different.
And I've got the falling leaves. This is not a hint of it. This is a scent note that's right in there in the balance. And there's something. There's something else in here that makes it more personal for me. I can't remember.
I don't think it's anything floral.
No. It's an earthy. It's deeper.
But you know, like when you're at, you know, out in the wilderness and you sit on a hay bale or something.
Shut up with this.
There's like something outdoorsy there.
Right. Yes. And you know what it is? It's a pink like apple that I'm getting. So it's not like the harsher apples like the Granny Smith or those with like an edge to them. It's a super sweet, inviting apple. But then that's a super, like if you think about apple, it can be super perfumey. It's super up here, super up here. It's balanced out with whatever that thing is that I'm smelling that makes it my grandparents, and I'm not sure what.
You know, like a basket of apples? Like it's almost like whatever's around the outside of the soap.
It's like
in
sitting
something.
in something that's
spicy and dark. Do you want to try and see if that has a different whiff?
Yes. Why am I ignoring this thing, y'all?
We just got a little too excited.
Oh my God. You can kind of tell when we get excited around here in the Barbershop Duet.
We are definitely fall people, so this is totally our thing.
Audit. I even fall down a lot. That's how fall.
But this week it's been like almost 100 here. It's been like 90, crazy hot. So we're really excited to pretend it's fall.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we've had a heat spell. You know when the weather is calming down to like 65 degrees, 60 degrees, and then your phone goes off and it's like, by the way, bring grandma inside this weekend. It's going to be 98. Yeah. Man, that's what we've been up against.
It's been a little hard to enjoy the fall.
With a broken air conditioner. So we haven't even been shooting episodes because you don't want to see the water.
This is as good as you're going to get.
Oh, this is different. I would shoot an episode on the surface of the sun if it meant
look at that color.
Yo, look how it maintains its color on my hand.
It totally, you're making.
Only good stuff does that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Holy Holy.
Huh. Wow.
Yes! Okay, the worst part about apple and scent notes is the after effect of the apple because it hits you
like
right.
The core
apple,
of it.
Boom. But as it leaves you, there's this like always been this like perfumey apple thing that lingers. They don't have that here. Right there? It's almost floral.
Yeah.
And how beautiful it is.
You know, like an apple blossom on a tree or something?
It is almost floral in how beautiful it is. And then it is so beautifully balanced out by whatever that spicy thing is. I need to see scent notes and I need to see them now. Get my special waxing sticks. Check out, by the way, check out Double Y Shaves. He does shaving videos, and they are awesome. He has sent me in some really cool directions as far as new soaps in the last couple weeks. So just want to put that out there. This is the CK6 vegan formula that we are so fans of. All right, we are going to build our lather and look at our scent notes at the same time. Okay, scent pro...
Wow. Okay. Not expecting that one.
For
but
those of
sense.
you who have watched this show, so those of you who are constant viewers, you know that my favorite person who ever walked the earth until I met this exquisite creature was my grandfather, my dad's dad. And he was a pipe smoker. Mm-hmm. And he was the one that would insist we always go up to Apple Hill. So, y'all, that's why this hit me in that spot.
You
was
totally
this not only has Apple Hill, this has a little bit of my grandpa in there. So, scent profile. Pipe smoke, y'all.
That's
it's beautiful. And I don't think it's right off the pipe. It's just sort of almost like a drier little note in there, and it's not overpowering.
No,
Let me be
I
clear
didn't
on
even
this.
catch any of it.
Right. I didn't catch
But
it
you
as
knew-
pipe smoke, but
yeah.
I caught it as my grandpa, so I knew it was in there somewhere. Mulled cider.
Molds, yes.
Oak wood from the mill, dried leaves from the mill,
Yeah.
and linseed. We'll have to look into that a little bit.
Seems innocent, right?
And that's what
Not.
he wrote. Seems innocent enough, right? Woo!
Okay, smell what's actually.
You know, I wonder. I'll have to ask Douglas someday. We were talking to one of the other artisans, and she said, you know, while I do list 5 or 6 scent notes, there's like 80 in there.
Right. I have
And
to
they're
leave some out.
Whoa! And she's like, yeah, I don't give away all my secrets. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. So I always wonder if there's another
Like, are
little
we picking up on things?
mystery or two
Right.
in this, or if they're all listed there. Okay, what do you
Okay,
got?
smell that one.
You smell this one.
And then do your
I will smell this one all night. Do we have any movies about apples? Like,
Well, we'll have to
I'm
find
all
some.
about that, right?
Okay.
Yo, when it changes the haircut of the brush, I love that. Okay. Oh, it's crisper.
Yeah, right?
It's
Let me get a-
crisper.
Yeah, that's a little warmer. This is definitely like bright and vibrant.
Yes. Now 80% the same. Thank goodness.
For sure.
Thank goodness, because y'all don't mess with this. This is a perfect balance. You know the dude. You know my brain jumping. You know the dude that can like take 200 pounds of random stuff and envision how to balance it on a Coke
yeah.
bottle, right? Like on a Coke bottle.
Like
and then when he's
vertically.
done, he balances the very last 2 things. He steps back and he goes,
Ta-da!
and he snaps his fingers, and it's the funniest thing. I hope that when Douglas finished this, it was like an Alphine moment where he just went, and it was perfectly balanced, because that's what I get. It's so hard to balance apple. It's so hard because there are a few scents out there that are not in the shaving world that are sort of apple centered. It's really hard. This took work, y'all. What are you getting?
Well, because pan through the site for a second, because there's something that says about the number 5. And as I was reading, there's 5.
Oh.
So 5 essential notes.
This is why I'm with her. Okay.
5 essential notes make up this blend of our classic autumn shave soap. So 5 notes, like 5 colors on a painter's palette.
I say that about PAA stuff all the time. That it's like colors on a palette, but Douglas says
Mingling in a mid-afternoon, mid-autumn day on a canvas in an apple orchard. We didn't even read this part. A few feet away is the Ciderhouse, come to life in a bustle of festive activity and mirth.
mirth. That's the word.
Someone is smoking a pipe. Mold seasonings catch flight on a warm autumn wind. Oak barrels rock in the rhythmic ripples of the cider press. Leaves crackle beneath the artist's feet, linseed oil lingers, and an apple possibly plucked by Eve herself is offered to bite. The artist drinks it all in, so it grows. So that was the picture before.
Wow. An apple as if plucked by Eve herself.
Is that what you're smelling?
That's exactly. I don't know how to exactly describe it, but that's exactly it. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
It's just such a perfect balance that it makes you giddy to
It's
smell
true.
it.
Like, I feel like a little kid running through picking apples at the orchard.
Right,
You know,
right.
like, I don't know if it's possible, but we should try to take this a little deeper.
Down we go. This is unequivocally, y'all, a Halloween set.
Yes.
I mean, everybody on the fan pages has been waiting for
It's
this.
fall writ to a T.
What is the mystery in it?
I think now that we know the pipe tobacco's in there, and I really want to know what that linseed thing is.
Yeah. Well, you know, old mills have always been scary in and of themselves. Walt Disney, one of his very first silly symphonies, was petrifying, and it's called The Old Mill. And for 7 minutes, it's about this old, I'm gonna assume it was a cider mill, over which this giant storm gathers and sort of washes over it, and it barely survives.
Wow.
And that's the whole cartoon. And it's called The Old Mill. Go check it out. But there is something a little bit organically already scary about old mills. And I
Interesting.
love that this has got that in there. Well, maybe because it's got like giant heavy things that are pressing down
Right,
and
and they're
squishing
loud
and
and-
juicing. And man, if you need a good horror scene in a movie, get somebody's head stuck in a press. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
Welcome
thanks.
to the Barbershop Duet Halloween episode.
There's a different taste.
Yeah. What else?
But
you
there, it's funny because you are left with the apple brightness after, but there is something in like the caverns or the undertones that is like, I don't know if it's the pipe tobacco or something
Right.
smoky to it almost. Like it has
Yes.
this undertone of like, it's sweet, but there's something heavier.
Yeah, you know what word I hear coming from your brain? Sinister.
Ah, yes.
This can be a sinister scent.
But it's enticing by the smell of
Yeah.
like, oh, just an apple. It's innocent.
Right. I
And
think
then,
the apple is like the candy that gets you in the van.
lures
you know what
you
I
in.
mean? You know what I mean, kids? That's what
But
this
it had
is.
to smell real to get you intrigued enough.
And everything under the surface of this is just moving and swaying, and it's petrifying. But the apple just sits there calm on top.
Very true.
Malboge has a similar quality to me. Very different scent notes except for the tobacco. But it has a very similar thing. With Malboge, the tobacco is very present at first. You push through it, and it has all of the movement underneath it. This has that same thing, except that it's the apple that you have to get through, and underneath it, in all of the swirling depths of sinister mystery, that's where you find the tobacco.
Interesting.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've juiced apples before, and this
Yeah.
really smells close to that because
Yes.
out of the machine, you have the smell of the machine, but then you also have the skin off to the side.
Yes.
The juice is just freshly pressed and like aerated.
That's a really good
This
point.
is the apple I'm smelling. It's
Yeah.
not fake on
That's
any
a
level.
great
It's
point, because
pure
apples on the tree
apple.
smell so different than apple juice does, right?
Right.
And apple sauce even smells different. Yes,
Yeah.
this is juice.
This is like straight, real pressed juice.
Which is, again, why the mill is such a perfect analogy, because that's what makes the juice in the cider.
Yeah, and there are spices-ish here, but they're so hidden and
Yeah.
intertwined. They don't pop out. Those top 5, for sure, blend wonderfully.
Yes. And you know what I like? I like that this stopped before it got a little bit boozy, because that's almost the next step.
Yes.
But I think it keeps it clean and beautiful when it doesn't have to go all the way to like a brandy. When it stays on this side, but
That's
it's
why
still
it's still so
beautiful and
bright.
sugary and right. Yes.
That's why the brightness is still there.
almost like a burnt sugar note. Do you sense that? It's
Yes.
not like sugary, it's like burnt caramel sugar, right?
Yeah, but it still ends on a bright note. I don't know how
It
to
does.
do that.
But and it's not the apple bright. It's
No,
something
it's
with
something
the balance
under.
of the spices.
Well, and even like the cracked leaves, like it's fall. There's
Right.
no way to be anywhere else right now.
Right. So if you happen to find yourself in a cider mill in the autumn at sundown and it's getting dark and your foot gets caught in the cider mill press, just know you are about to probably get your home! So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com. Or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Well, I've had my shave. And it was a fantastic shave. I don't know if you noticed, but I had a little scruff during the episode, and it's the first time I've ever just stood up from the episode, marched in, and shaved because I couldn't wait to do it. This scent is magnificent. And we had a meeting, Sarah and I did after the taping, and we decided that this was a Honeycrisp apple smell for us. Just still opening our imaginations to tell stories to each other about our memories of what this scent brings up, and isn't that the point? A CK6 lather, y'all? Come on, my razor fears that I could do all kinds of cool twists and turns, and it was just a lovely evening. Welcome to Messages.
So lucky for you, we have a different Phoenix giveaway from a past episode.
Yes, last week we dropped an episode on Hotel Cecil, and Douglas and Fran were so sweet. When they found out that we had already bought it, they sent us one anyway for free, and they said, give it away to one of your viewers. So we're gonna head over to that episode, check it out, put something in the comments, make sure you're a subscriber.
And you might just be picked for a giveaway. So do you think it officially made the F word list?
I'm gonna say it. I'll use the F word. I'm not ashamed. Favorite. This is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. And I know we love them all. We really do.
No, we do. But just if you had to make us pick some top
sometimes
ones.
they get a little closer to my heart than others.
Mm-hmm.
How do you combine 3 or 4, well, 5
Right.
perfect scent notes of the annual trip I used to take with my grandparents, including the location and what he smelled like? How does this not require an F word? Yes,
Right?
this is one of my favorites. Wow.
I am so glad we got this one. It fits so, I mean, you have all the memories that go with it, but it's a different side of fall that but we don't have in our locker yet.
Right.
And it just kind of encapsulates, like, the prepping for the holidays coming and all that excitement.
And that perfect apples.
It really does.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm glad this was
how
our
we
first
found this.
apple, actually.
I am too. Oh, I'm so,
Right?
because now I'm no longer afraid. Ironically.
Oh my goodness, now I just want to watch scary movies. I know I don't normally like to, but now I
Yeah.
kind of feel like we have to.
I will smell too good to watch some scary movies. I can't just watch Creature Feature and put this on. This smells too good.
It's true.
This is for The Shining. This is for Seven. This
classic.
is for Slaughterhouse 5.
There we go. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this!